this. I'll put this right here. I think. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. And here we are. We're live. Welcome to the Wandering Jackasses podcast.
Wandering Jackasses podcast.
With Vega and Church.
Here's my previous dead body.
Inside
I was
Red
murdered
Dead.
by a cop.
You know what? You know what I need to do? I should fucking... I wish I would have bought a shovel so we could bury you. I'm gonna give you a proper burial.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was literally, look, full of blood. Just fucked up, man. Cop just fucking killed me for standing here.
Jacked up.
That's jacked up. And then he walked by me again and like stared me down like he thought about shooting the second me.
Oh, where's the son of a bitch at?
He walked down the road here. Walked down the sidewalk.
We're gonna find this motherfucker if GTA didn't fucking load him out of existence.
Load him out of existence. I mean, he did. He came right up on me like he wanted to start a fight. Like, damn.
Oh, there he is, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey, I'm talking to you. Motherfucker. Hey, motherfucker.
Hey.
Hey, did you do this shit? Did you do this shit? Did you do this? Did you do this right here? Hey, don't walk away from me when I'm talking to you, motherfucker. The fuck you think, motherfucker?
You
bitch.
just killed my other me. What is this shit?
Wait a minute. Did my kicks kill him?
No, I stabbed him.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, you weak son of a bitch. You weak son of a bitch. Oh, I'm gonna run you over now. Oh, I didn't get to run him over.
Where did that guy even come from?
He came from around the corner. Came from around the corner. Oh yeah, blow your whistle. I'm gonna run your ass over. Come here. Yeah, get trampled, bitch.
It just went straight to murder. Son. I mean, damn, we didn't even get into a podcast before we just went straight to murder.
I know, man.
You murdered me.
He did start it. He did start it. We confront him about it. And then, I mean, well, we did.
Well, to be fair,
we definitely did fuck him up.
I did pull a knife on him. You know,
yeah, I mean, we did the damn thing. We definitely did the damn thing.
Come on, horsey.
But I mean, homeboy asked for it. He deserved it. Hey, quit fucking shooting, guys. Don't you get it? Come on.
Right?
Calm down. You lost, okay? Just take the L, motherfucker. Who shot me now? You son of a bitch. Whoa, you glitching around back there. Oh, almost hit the horse back there. Gotcha, bitch. Hey,
alright, finally
back off.
Horse showed up.
God damn it. You sons of bitches. Oh, I just think I shot the horse in the ass. I shot that horse back there in the ass on accident.
How the hell did that guy get back up?
Sorry. Harriet's gonna be mad with me. Guys, how many of them are you? Like, seriously. This town does not have this many people in it.
I still don't have enough bullets from the last time we did this.
Oh, that was a long ass fucking snipe shot. Hey! You can die. And you can die. This motherfucker. Alright, it's time to go. Getting fucked up. Oh, I think I just ran your horse over.
Oh, my horse dead?
I'm dead. I'm getting drugged by my horse.
Oh, I'm dead.
Well, that didn't work out exactly like we were planning there.
No.
It's alright. Where's the post office? Oh shit.
Is my horse dead?
Oh no, I see some shit going on over here though. Oh, here we go.
Where is the post office? Yes, that's
south. You just follow the train. Oh no, you can't. Oh.
You can't?
I mean, you can, but not where I'm at. I just ran into a train car and got thrown off my horse.
I'm
And
a
there's
long
also a
way away.
barn door blocking this fucking train track. But yeah, if you just follow the train track south, in Saint Denis, it'll take you right to it.
Alright.
Wait, where the fuck am I? Oh shit, I think I just ran somebody over. Where am I? Oh yeah, you just walked past me. Yeah, sorry dude, I didn't mean to run you over, fella. Yeah, here we
Get
go.
my morning exercise.
Is that you running?
I'm running, yep.
Would you like a lift? Where's your horse?
Great. I don't know.
Is your horse coming?
No, it says I have no horses available. I guess I gotta go get my
Oh,
horse.
come on, get on this thing. We'll go get him.
How do I fucking get on?
There you
Okay,
go.
there we go. Alright.
Oh shit, that's a wall. Yep, yep. No, I don't know where I'm going. All right, fuckface. What's my problem?
Yeah, where does your horse go when it dies?
I think it stays there. Question is, where exactly did we die at? Over here. Okay.
Yeah, down the road, right? Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, because this is the corner we came around to fucking find that cop. Your horse was like, it was like right over here somewhere, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because when I died, I got shot by those dudes as I was running away from them, and your horse like came out in front of me running away from the people. Is that your horse?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Scrawny nag. What the fuck happened to my horse?
Oh,
Is it dead?
shit, it might be.
No way. No way.
Where? Okay, wait a minute. There's stables though, right? We can go to the stables. Jump on.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Hold on. Where's that at? Where's the stables at? The stables aren't far from here. Yeah, they're right here. Okay.
Yeah, maybe my horse is in the stables.
Yeah.
Maybe. This is crazy. Note to self, don't get your horse killed. I was trying to revive him and then I died.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Not where I want to go. Yeah, cause like you can have. Cause I mean, there's like horse insurance. Do you have the horse insurance shit?
I'm pretty sure.
So then it should be at the stables now. Am I even going the right way? Where the fuck am I going? Oh yeah, I was supposed to turn down that road. Okay. Oh shit. Yep,
Oh,
that's a buggy.
whee!
I didn't see that fucker there.
Hey guys, just two guys riding on a horse.
Nope,
Nothing
nothing
weird
weird.
about
Nope, not at all. Just taking the man to the place he needs to be. That's all there is going on here. Alright. Yeah, see if you can revive or whatever. Should be able to do it, I think.
I hope. Come here. Don't let my horse be dead, man. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Why does it say buy a horse? Why gotta, what?
Do you have? It should say like horse slots in your stable, or do you have one in the stable?
No.
Damn, you might not have had a horse insurance on it. Because when you buy, I think when you like first get a horse or you buy a horse for something, you could buy insurance for it, and then if it ever like dies, I think it goes back to the stable, I think, and then that's if you don't have like the revive shit on you. Damn.
Right. What the fuck happened to my horse here? Wait, hang on. Oh, there it is.
Oh, good.
I was like, yeah, I didn't have to buy a horse. I don't know what the hell that was about.
Okay. Alright. Back to the, back to pay
Very...
off our bounty.
Yes.
Outrun this fucking train. So I don't get ran over.
Alright. Mail.
What you got here?
Pay off my 92-cent bounty.
Give me some carrots. And that's all you got.
Where are the carrots at?
That's just stuff that I've had in my, like if you have stuff that you buy or that you get from, like I get a bunch of free shit from having my account linked to the social club, the Rockstar Social Club, and having it linked to like Amazon Prime and shit like that.
Okay.
So I'll get a bunch of free shit and I just won't have any space for it. So I just leave it. It just stays in there, and then whenever I use it, I'll just go re-up. So I have like a fucking backlog of a bunch of fucking shit that I don't fucking need at the moment.
Okay. Now all that hogwasher's done.
Yeah, no, that's all taken care of. What the fuck, dude? That was nuts. Fucking evil cops and your horse almost dies or has to go to the ER and shit.
Serious, man. I thought my horse was gone. I love this horse.
What's up, Suspenders?
What's up, Suspenders?
Sitting on a box, having yourself a cigarette.
I noticed I lost myself a few friends over the past couple weeks.
Oh, really?
Yes, but you know, periodically I'm like, huh, I never see that person's post on my Facebook no more. And I'm like, huh, let me check. Oh yeah, that'd explain it. Must have finally struck the woke nerve in that person.
That's funny shit. Yeah. Yeah. There was I had a similar experience where like a friend of mine that like I've known for a really long time, me and her are like close and shit, and I know like these other people like peripherally, like just through her basically, and
right.
like I don't really like, they're not people that I would like probably kick it with. Like they're cool to like hang out and, you know, or you're hanging out and having beers or whatever, just chilling. Like they're all right to hang out with, but they're not what I would consider like somebody that I would like be hanging out with all the time, get like real close friends with, just different people. So they are like the very PC and fucking very left leaning and shit. So fucking they had said something on Facebook, and as typical lefty fashion, like they couldn't respond to what I had said. They had no like good rebuttals whatsoever. Like I destroyed them. Like and it was kind of funny. So then like, you know, I didn't think anything of it. Like it's just like what you're saying is garbage. Like that's bullshit. And I destroyed them, and there was no like rebuttal or anything. So like a couple days goes by, and I see my one friend, and she's like, "Did you happen to comment on whatever?" And I was like, and I just started dying because I knew that you know, for her to bring that up, he would have had to have brought it up to her as if like, could you believe what this kid said or whatever? Like it was something, you know. So I instantly started dying. Like, damn, dude, thanks for letting me rent that space in your mind, bro. Like that is hilarious.
That is funny.
But yeah, so yeah, she she was like, yeah, I forget what it was. Something about like I had commented on something that like something about like he deleted what I had said or whatnot. Like he blocked the post and blocked me and all this other shit. I just started laughing. It's like that's priceless.
Yeah, man. It's
Like
my buddy was telling me that he was giving like a talk at a veterans thing, or I'm sorry, at a active member service thing, and he's a combat vet, Purple Heart recipient and everything, and he made a joke about how don't join the army because you'll have to take orders from like guys who have 2 divorces, who are like 36 years old and got poor credit and drive like Camaros or some shit. Making a joke,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, because it's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
funny,
Right.
there's a bit of a stereotypical lean on that, but it's still
Yeah,
funny,
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm
I mean,
saying?
hey,
So,
the stereotype wouldn't exist if that wasn't,
right,
partially at
right.
least true.
But in the military, it's always been kind of like we just laugh the shit off because it's funny. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
just funny. Yeah,
But
yeah.
apparently the crowd he was talking to did not receive that well. They did not like that.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
They
So
fight
we
for
had
our
this big.
freedom.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was like, it's these typical guys who've never even served a combat deployment who are like all butthurt about what he was
Yeah,
saying. It's like,
yeah, yeah.
get real, dude.
Like you are ridiculous right now. Like you
Right.
know what you are, sir. You're the white person that's outraged at you know
Pretty much. Right.
the everything that minorities go through when you've
You're
never
just
gone
in the
through it.
army, unfortunately.
Like Jesus. Like,
Right.
come on, man.
We just admit so the world is a weird place, man. Because
Dude.
you just comedy. Comedy has really become lost on people, I think. Sarcasm,
Oh
sarcasm and comedy
yeah.
has seriously become lost on people.
It has, but it is also like it's the it's the final frontier as far as like pushing things, as far as
For
pushing the
sure.
boundaries and shit. Because like, you know, most of the time, unless like people are just dicks, or like they're mad at somebody and they're trying to be a dick. Like most of the time, when people make a joke, they're not trying to be rude or say
Yeah,
something ignorant. They're
right.
just trying to
Or,
be
or
funny.
even be malicious. They're
Right,
just being
right.
funny.
They're just
You know what I
trying to
mean?
be funny, and sometimes it comes off distasteful. Sometimes it just swings and misses, and you're getting crickets. And sometimes you get a laugh. But like, you know, that's like the final place where it's like once like real legit comedy and comedians and shit start stifling what they say, then we're in like serious trouble because those are the people that say the most outrageous things just to get laughs. So
Right.
like that's where I kind of keep my eye on to see like okay how woke are comedians getting, are they still, and like for the most part like yeah that you'll have your small percentage of woke and far right for that matter in every
True.
group, but comedy seems to be pretty solid still. Like there's outliers here and there, but
It's holding on. It's holding on. It's getting like listen to Joe Rogan talk about it. It's like it's nice listening to Joe Rogan talk about it because man comes from really well versed background when it comes to comedy,
yeah, yeah,
and so it's just comedy, like you said, man. It's like you gotta keep that shit alive. It's harder and harder right now because people they don't want to hear it because everybody gets so fucking mad. But like you said, man, I mean, fuck it, man. It's if you can't laugh, dude, that's on you. Hopefully, man, everybody's gonna snap out of this phase of adolescence, which is wokeness.
yeah, yeah.
And that's what I mean. It's really what it is, right? Like, what is being truly woke? If you want to get right down to brass tacks, man, it's like what it's being person who is an idealist, right? Sees the world in this one colored lens and says, "Oh, the world should be like this." No
Right.
shit, motherfucker. Like,
Like, well,
Are you
like,
that fucking stupid that you don't think the rest of us think the same shit?
for the most
I'm
part,
not saying all, but for the most part, a good percentage of us are like kind of on board with the same shit. We just want to be left alone.
we
Yeah.
want we want people to be treated properly. We want
right?
we
We
want
want
people to
people to
get
be treated
credit
properly.
where credit's due. We want people to
That's
be held accountable when they fuck up.
exactly.
You know, like we want that shit. But you know, it makes it hard when they're focusing on stupid stuff like calling
On
them
stupid
Zer
shit.
or whatever, or
Going this
making a
way?
fucking or thinking that, you know, it's cool for 11-year-olds to have you know, gender transfers. Like what?
Right.
Like
Right.
we're going
That
way
that's
beyond the
not
pale
woke.
of
That's
what.
insane.
Yeah,
You
like
know.
that is crazy to think that a child knows exactly who they are and what they want to be, and
It's
like
man.
they're so influential. Nobody pays attention to what, you know, they're surrounded by. Is that making a difference? The way it's talked about on TV now, like you get, like people get like woke brownie points just for being,
Right.
you know, gay and out about it, or being transgender or whatever. Like that just like you automatically that just gives people, that makes people say like, oh well, they have more credibility and they have more right to have an opinion and say whatever, this and this and this. And it's like, you know, you can see that that's an influence on people. You can totally
Right.
see that's an influence on people.
For
Like,
sure, because you look in today's world, and you look like what you just said, man. I mean, young people can see that regardless if people agree with these ideologies or not. If you see people getting kind of a reward, getting a recognition or looked at and paid attention to for just being on board with that ideology, you know what I mean? Like it's
right,
that's why I say we live in like the weirdest, fakest time ever, because how real is any of this shit? You know, like how
right,
many of these
right.
people who run around talking out the side of their face, how much of this is real to them? How much of this do they really truly believe in, and how much of it is what you say, which is basic virtue signaling and fucking woke brownie points.
Right, right. And then, I mean,
You
to
know?
the opposite side of that, you know, while people are getting recognition for having certain views, people are also being shunned for just thinking
Right.
conservatively. You know, to the
Right.
point where it's like, no, 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 like they can't even ask a question or present an idea without being, you know, called
Almost.
racist or inconsiderate at the very least, and racist and Nazi at the worst. Like, I mean,
Right.
you know, there has to be like
Almost
a
like we're being,
understanding.
almost like we're being psychologically conditioned to believe a certain way about
Well,
certain things and certain people. Weird, huh?
you would think that at this
Right?
point, with all of the 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 shit in pop culture that points directly at our society, and
Right.
puts a bright shining mirror up to it saying, look at this and look how ugly it is. And no, we still pay attention to the, you know, Kardashians
That's weird,
and
man.
shit like that, and who, you know, fucking, oh no, A-Rod and what's her name are getting divorced, or they're not getting married anymore, or you know, whatever the fuck. Like it,
Because that's the stuff I really care about.
yeah, it's really interesting. It's super interesting.
Those are the subjects that matter in life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What JLo's doing.
yeah, yeah. I mean, how could you go through your day? I mean, you must be living under a rock if you don't know what color shirt J-Lo is wearing today.
But yeah, man. I mean, so we got this weird society where like we talked about this before, man, where everybody's just how many of these young people really care or believe what they believe, and how much of it is just the peer pressure of it all, and it's what's hip and cool and trendy.
Like,
Whether it makes any fucking sense or not, or whether it's based in any kind of logic or not, who gives a shit? It's cool and trendy.
right. And like it's like I wonder how much of it, you know, is social, and how much of it is just kind of like um how much of it is just stemming from parents and home life and that sort of thing. Like, because
Yeah.
just like thinking
I'm
about.
sure parents have to perpetuate the fucking ridiculous ways of thinking.
I mean, I'm sure that has something to do with it, or at least they create an environment where
Yeah, you
it's
raise their
whatever.
kid in like a little closed off bubble where
Right.
they don't ever get to see what the real world is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when they
Like.
see it, they're college kids and now they're mad. Like,
And that's where they
I'm
get
sorry your
indoctrinated
parents
even
fucking
worse.
told you a lie.
Yeah.
Your parents told you a lie. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It's your parents' fault.
Like I was like somebody was talking I was listening to a conversation about how these people when they first saw the movie The Matrix when it first came out, and they were talking about like how they thought about it. They weren't saying like like basically they were saying, "Hey, we're gonna or we like the big thing that drew us to the movie was like the action and um the style and the clothing and all that sort of stuff. Like that was like when we were young, like that was the big deal about the movie." And like they like both of them kind of specifically said like that when they first watched it, they never like really remembered catching any of like the real deep like values and deep shit that like the Matrix gets into, as far as like the whole idea that Neo is like basically like Neo's story is basically like Jesus and fucking the second
Yeah,
coming and the all the different dichotomies and the different ways that things play off of one another, and how there's a bunch of like things that play against each other where like Neo is is destined to be like the one, while he simultaneously doesn't believe that he is. And like there's a bunch of different like shit that like you could think really deeply about it. And I remember like, cuz these guys are a little bit older, and when I remember seeing it as a kid, and that was like what really like resonated with me about the movie was how deep it was. And like, yeah, the action sequences were amazing, and climbing off the walls and the crazy flip, and he's picking up a shotgun as he's doing a cartwheel, and then fucking, you know what I
right.
mean? Like, it was the action in that movie was insane. It was amazing. But like the story was what really resonated with me, and why I became such a fan of it, and the movies to come and shit. And it just made me think, like, listening to these guys for a long time. It was a podcast, like listening to these guys for a long time. You know, these guys aren't like not deep thinkers. They're not like these people that think surface level. Like they are capable of going deeper into stuff, and they think about things in a more centralized way instead of a left or right way or whatever. But like it was just really
Right.
interesting that these were two guys that I would consider able to like pick up on that pretty quickly. Um, even though they were, I think they said that they were in like ninth grade or something when they saw it, and I think I was in like sixth or seventh grade when it came out. So like they were older even than I was when I saw it, and I still was like, that was my shit. Like that like kind of like almost formed, or at least helped build like a framework as far as like how I
Formed who
thought.
I was.
Well, not so much that, but it kind of like, because it was always already there. Like it's part of the reason why it resonated so much, because I always kind of was like, this is like, this whole world's kind of fucking weird. Like this is all kind of like, government's in control of like some weird shit, and the way that things are run, like it just feels odd. And then that movie came out, and then fucking 9/11 happened, and then all that shit, like it just all like, and then like even that time when that movie came out, it was like 99. So, Y2K was happening, the next year was coming, year
Right.
2000 and new millennium, and it was just a really weird time to be alive and grow up, just because of everything that was happening. And then that movie came out and like kind of like mirrored a lot of how I thought about shit. And God damn, I love that movie. But it was just odd to me. I know, right? It was just really odd to me that, like, somebody that lived through the same time, that was actually older than me at that time, um, didn't catch that until much later, when they watched it much later in their life.
Yeah. Well, and, it's weird, man. It's like we've talked about this before, people and how they perceive things, man. It's just like right now, since we're talking on subjects, man. It's just like right now in Georgia, what's going on with this voting law shit, and Governor Kemp changing the law. Dude, you think we were hanging fucking black people from the trees?
Wait, what's going on? What's happening with this
So
law?
So Georgia, back when the election happened this past time, basically added on the books where you could vote absentee with signature only. Absentee ballot with signature only, no ID required.
Well,
right?
How would you even?
Right.
How? Well, yeah.
Does that
like
make any sense to you?
Well, I mean, how would you? My first question is, like, if it's absentee, how are you supposed to
send in a photocopy or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, just verify. There's got to be a way you can verify. I'm just saying, signature on an absentee ballot is like anybody can fucking write a signature. At least with an ID, maybe there's a little bit more of a fucking check and balance there. You know what I mean?
But I mean, if somebody's gonna forge somebody's signature,
right? I'm not saying that IDs can't be forced. Not saying that absentee
or
ballot
a copy
can't be forced in general. But and change the actual absentee ballots to put watermarks on them so that there's no more, because Georgia did that too. We ended up running out of absentee ballots and ballots in general, and so we ended up like photocopying them. You know what I mean? And so it was just a bunch of weird discrepancies, right?
Like, how
we
do
had
you,
a bunch of weird shit.
Wait a minute. How do you not have enough?
Right. Georgia fucked up the elections. Just put it this way. Georgia seriously fucked up the elections. And now, because of it, the laws have changed. Well, in my opinion, I think the laws are actually better. I mean, I think we do need some checks and balances. I mean, I don't
So
think
what they added?
It's cool. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So they added the need for more checks. Is that what happened?
Yeah, the check was really just, hey, we want you to have a fucking ID. You need to have a fucking way to prove who you are, even if you're voting absentee. Signature is, that's great, but there's no way to. Anybody can write a signature.
Yeah.
And anybody can write 100 signatures. You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel that, but also anybody could go get a photocopy of a person's ID.
And that's true too, but I guess what I'm feeling is a state ID is a lot harder to replicate than just writing a signature.
Well, no, I mean they could just fucking like just think about it this way. Like, okay, say somebody's okay, say your mom was like, not feeling well, and you were like the shitty person that was like, all right, well, I'm gonna take this opportunity to vote for my person and use her ballot so I can vote twice for the person I want to vote for. Then,
Right.
you could take her ID, go get it photocopied, and then since every ID has a person's signature on it, you could just look at it and forge a signature. Like, I know what you mean.
The way they look at the ID is that the ID at least has a face behind it, has a check behind it.
Yeah.
Whereas a signature doesn't really have anything.
Right.
It's just a signature.
Right.
And so one person could be sitting there making 1,000 fake IDs too. I mean, we can agree that the system can be manipulated either way.
For sure.
But I guess what it is everybody's calling it like Jim Crow laws, and I'm like, this ain't Jim Crow, man. It's just because they say that having an ID is unfair for minorities.
Well,
that it's harder for minorities to get IDs than it is for. And I'm like, dude,
how?
That's such bullshit. It's not right. How? It's not, because it's bullshit. You ever gone to the DMV? Look, there's all people from all around the world at the DMV getting their license or their fucking ID. And on top of that, people didn't even talk about the main issues. Like, it's not fair to have it. What the fuck? What the fuck? What is going on?
I don't know. All I know is I'm getting shot at.
Did you ride off somewhere?
No, I stopped. I stopped
Why
like
is this
just
guy
inside of
shooting
town.
me?
I don't know. You better take his ass out though. Or you don't have bullets, do you?
Wow, this guy literally chased me down. Anyway, going back to that. So they're like, having an ID is racist. It's Jim Crow law. And I'm like, look, the state of Georgia, the law on the books in the state of Georgia says that you have to have a license or a state ID on you at all time. So what the fuck is racist about that? That's just the state law, man.
Like, why? I mean, it's not more expensive for a minority.
It makes no sense, dude.
It's not. Yeah, like I don't.
It's just
understand that logic.
There's no logic behind it. That's what I'm getting at. They're like, oh, it's mean, it's racist. Like, what is mean about having to have an ID to vote absentee? Like, in everything I got to do, I have to have an ID, right? So let's get over ourselves and stop acting like, oh, it's so racist, it's Jim Crow. Look, minorities aren't being strung up by white folks from the fucking tall oak trees. Let's stop acting like we went back fucking 60, 70 years in time, because we didn't. You know what I mean? I'm just like, This is dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb to act that way. It's childish to act that way. It's irresponsible to act that way, because basically what you're saying is a fucking lie. It's a lie. You're basically saying, oh, somehow minorities don't have a fair shake at IDs. What? You're asking get up early and go to the fucking Department of Motor Vehicles just like I can and get your fucking ID in your driver's license or whatever.
Right.
It's not my fault that you can't get it. It's not my fault that you don't keep up with your social security number and all that shit. And by the way, you can get that shit if you don't have it. But it's a pain in the ass, but you can still get it.
Right.
But, people want to act like, oh, somehow it's racist because of that. It's not racist to be responsible in life. It's not racist to ask you to, is it racist for me to say, hey, man, you need to be able to have an ID in the state? Is that racist? Is that really racist for us to have IDs? It's just weird to me, man. And then the other law they changed was like, they said that you can no longer give water or food or anything like that out at the polling station. Not that you couldn't do it at all. They just said within I think it's 500 feet of the polling station, you can't give out water or food. And, I understand the reasoning behind it. The reasoning is like, hey, it can be used as a form of coercion to politically motivate somebody to vote one way or other.
Right. Because you see people out there all the time.
Regardless if it's just just because it's food or water don't mean somebody won't vote a certain way for some food and water. Right. I'm just being real, So it's like, I know it seems wild, but for people to think that something like that to protect the integrity of voting is racist, I don't know.
Yeah,
you need to get your shit together. You know what I mean? Like,
especially like
point your finger and call every fucking thing on the planet racist, because it's not. And at a certain point, it's like the boy who cried wolf, right?
Oh yeah.
At a certain point, society is. I mean, there's the woke white people, but I'm being real. There's a lot of people, including black people, who are getting tired of hearing the bullshit.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. For sure.
Because
it diminishes the real.
It diminishes them. Yes.
It diminishes the real shit too. It like
and
completely
the real
diminishes.
Issues.
Yeah. Absolutely.
For sure, dude. It diminishes them, and it diminishes the real issues that need attention by saying, "Oh, hey, minorities don't have a fair shake, so we have to bend over backwards to make sure they have a fair shake." Like, man, look, dude. If you really think that people are being held down in society like that, then I feel bad for you. I really do, because it's clear that you don't go out your house and you don't talk to people on a daily basis and you don't have interactions with human beings from this country. Because if you did, you would realize that we're probably one of the least racist countries on the planet. But Americans are so simple-minded, they've never been anywhere. They don't understand that other countries you go to, it's nothing but that race. You go to Korea and you're black in Korea, you get stared at like you have, or I'm being white in Korea. You go to Korea. When I was white in Korea, you want to talk about feeling weird? I'm just saying, man, it's reality of it. And, and it just kind of cracks me up how people like go, oh, we're so racist here. Motherfucker, you don't even know anything. Like,
Yeah,
how the
like,
fuck is
look,
everybody a subject matter expert and they've never even left their own hood?
right. Like, look, there's plenty of fucking racism in this country, but um, you know, keeping donuts and fucking water away from a polling station because you know, everybody fucking knows that there are plenty of people, myself included, that have gone to the polling station and only knew like maybe have even only heard of like 7 out of the fucking 15 people that you're voting for.
Right.
And fucking nice lady gives you a donut as you're walking up. Like, oh, you know what? I have no idea who the fuck any of these people are, but she was nice and she gave me a donut. Yeah, fuck it. I'll vote for her. Like, that makes sense to me. That is not racial in any way. It's just a
No,
simple
it's
fact that, and it's not like, oh, it's real coercion. Like, oh, they're gonna like people are really gonna fucking vote for somebody over somebody they want to vote for just because they gave them a donut. Like, that's not what they're stopping. They're stopping the simple people that don't know anybody, and they're just like,
right.
oh yeah, you know what? They were nice to me as I walked in, and they gave me a fucking Mountain Dew or some shit. You know what I mean? Like that'll win my vote because I don't know who the fuck the other person is anyway. So. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they're
I'm just,
stopping. And then,
I'm
like, the
just saying,
ID
at the
thing
end of the
just
day,
doesn't make
you
sense.
just, yeah, the
Like,
ID thing kills me, dude, because I'm just like, look, man, I don't think it's really too much to ask to have a fucking ID
it's not
to
that
vote at
it's
all.
not that big of a deal. Like, don't get me wrong, like I am kind of questioning how that's supposed to work, or how, you know what I mean, or how that's supposed to
For sure.
really effectively um, make that much of a difference. But at the end of the day, like it's a fucking ID. Like that has nothing to do with like race. It really
I mean,
doesn't. I mean, and if it does, then make it make sense to me and tell me how.
right, right.
You know what I mean?
But
Like,
I
because
don't,
I'm open
I
like
don't.
that. I'm cool. I'm open. Like, if there is a
Well,
real reason, then okay.
but
Then
see,
I'll
but
listen
see,
to it. But
I haven't heard anybody actually present a real reason other
right,
than
and that's
the same garbage that comes from this group of people, the woke people, the left, the hard left, that the same garbage that they always spew. It's like autopilot. It's almost automatic what each one of these motherfuckers are going to say. It's like, do y'all got a script or something? I mean, did somebody hand out a piece of paper like for y'all
so. What do they
to
what do they
talk?
say? Like, they just say what the system is keeping people down. Is that
Well,
all they're basically
when you
saying?
right, when they go in there, they say, well, minorities are disproportionately affected because they don't have access to computers and all this. And I'm like, well, there's the library. There's all kinds of different things you can do. I'm
I
just
don't.
saying, I grew up, all the people, a lot of people I knew, we didn't grow up with computers. We didn't grow up with access to the shit like that, but we figured it out. I still had a fucking ID. I mean, damn, son, there was a point where in I lived in like basically a spare add-on room to a back of a house. It didn't even have heat or air. All right,
So wait,
and yeah, and I still managed to have a fucking ID. You know what I'm
wait,
saying?
wait,
Like,
wait, wait. Are they trying to say that because minorities don't have access to the internet
yes,
or a computer?
and stuff and things like that. Things
Like
like that
that
white people have access to apparently.
listen,
That's what makes this racist.
listen, you don't need a goddamn thing but some money in yourself to go to the
This is what I'm
fucking
telling you, dude.
DMV, to go to the fucking BMV and get a state ID. You don't need to take a test that you have to pay for.
It's
It's
wild.
it's a state ID if you're not getting a license. And if you're getting a license, well, you kind of want that to drive, so I don't know what you're bitching about.
You,
But
you see what I
but
mean?
if
It's
if you
so
just need a
wild.
state ID, you don't need anything. You don't have to use the internet to sign up. You don't need a computer. You could just go to the place and it'll be done and they'll send it to you. If
I'm
you don't
just
have a
saying that
mailbox,
they use
have it
what I'm
sent to
saying,
somebody you
Vega.
know.
What I'm saying, dude, is that I've literally seen people make this kind of argument, and it's just little like microaggressions towards white people. Honestly, it's what it is. I'm just gonna be real. We don't talk about that much because for the most part, white people have accepted in the 21st century that racism towards them is completely okay but it goes any other way and it's unacceptable. Hey, that's fine. I'm just trying to bring light to racism's racism. To sit here and say that because to say something about like how a white person has more access, everybody has the same availability. The DMV isn't put in the richest part of the fucking neighborhoods in Whiteville, so you have to go there. They're put pretty centralized. Most of the time, they're in areas where a lot of minorities already are living. It's, oddly enough, I mean, I'm just speaking because most of the time they're DMVs and places like that are put in centralized areas.
Yeah.
Every time I've gone to the fucking DMV, I've never just seen a pool of white people and no other people. So I don't understand. There's not like there's a crew of white folks standing out in front of the building going, whites only, motherfucker. That ain't happening. So this whole argument that it's somehow voter suppression. What the fuck? What the hell? Oh. I'm getting shot from behind. Somehow that it's voter suppression or some shit like that. It's asinine. It really is. It's reached that point where it's like, at a certain point, you have to call people on their bullshit. You have to be like, look here. I've heard the racism card pulled a bazillion times if I've heard it once. And I am empathetic towards racism. I hate racism. Why am I still getting hit? Who the fuck is shooting me?
I don't know.
God dang, man. What are you doing? Stop, fucker.
Where are you getting shot from?
From behind.
From like, where, up north?
No, back in the city.
Oh.
That's where it seemed like it was coming from. Maybe it was coming from across the bridge.
Because I see some shit going on over there, but that's where I hear the gunshots.
I reached that. Oh my God! I reached that point. It's happening again. I reached that point where I'm just kind of like, I'm over this always using that excuse. You know what I mean? It's like, at a certain point, it becomes an excuse. It's not the reason. It's just your bullshit excuse. I told somebody today, I said, how about you get your ass up early like everybody else, and then you can get to the DMV in time to get your fucking ID. The problem is, you got to get out of fucking bed early enough to get there. You're going to be standing there all fucking day. That's the truth of it. Let's be real. The truth is what you're saying is, I don't feel like going to the DMV, so I don't get it. It's not fair that I have a license. Is that what it is? I don't know. I mean, because your argument of saying I can't get a license the same way as a white person does, or I can't get an ID the same way a white person does, that's just a straight fucking lie. No matter what you say, it's just a lie. Unless you're a criminal with a warrant, there's no reason why, like you said, with the proper fucking paperwork, and maybe that's the other problem. You don't have the proper paperwork. If you don't have the proper paperwork, well, guess what? Figure it out like everybody in this country does when they need to get that shit figured out. You know what? My mom didn't have a Social Security card. And my mom has stage 4 metastatic melanoma. And when all this shit going down with her in the beginning, they didn't care to fucking offer her a damn thing until I could prove that that's who the fuck she was. So I had to go and figure out how to get her Social Security number. Her son, while my mom's like all fucked up in the hospital, at the time she was on the hook for it. They just took her in and did it because she basically was in an emergency situation. You know what I
mean? Right.
She had no fucking help, nothing. And they were just going to be like, well, fuck you. And then outside treatment, well, that wasn't even going to happen because she didn't have insurance. You know what I mean? She was poor.
Right.
And it was like, they wanted fucking identification. So I had to go get the motherfucking identification. I had to go get the Social Security number to prove who the fuck she was. And, is that fair? So I hear people talk racism all the time, and I'm like, what about that? I could easally say, oh, is that racism?
Right.
No,
right.
It's not fucking racism, folks. It's just the way the world is, unfortunately. All right? And, I know it seems unfair that you gotta have ID, but damn, you gotta have ID. It's not like it's a secret that we have to have ID. I guess that's the other part that cracks me up too. These people act like they're just now finding out about this ID thing. You know what I mean? Like what? IDs? We gotta have IDs? What is this shit? It's like, what the fuck, man? Act like a normal fucking person. You're acting insane to be upset and acting like an ID is a racist component to something. It's hard for me. It really is. It's hard for me because I'm just like, there's no reason people should act so stupid when it comes to shit like that.
People have fucking lost their minds.
They have, man. I mean, when you think about it, there isn't really any explanation that you could give, right? That could justify what you're saying because we live in the 21st century. Have you known any of your friends that can't go get an ID because of the color of their skin?
No.
Has that ever happened to you? Do you know anybody who hasn't been able to vote because of the color of their skin? Interesting. No. That's an interesting thing because, I mean, the news is telling me that it is running rampant, that motherfucking minorities across the world can't vote anymore because white people are suppressing it. All right? So I'm just, I mean, when you see when I act like a sarcastic asshole, it sounds stupid, right? Because that's how fucking dumb it sounds. Because you look out your window and you go, when you look at when we had the presidential election this time, did you go past any of the voting places just by happenstance, like just by traveling around your day-to-day routine? Did you happen to see people standing out at a school or something, waiting to get in line, waiting in line to vote?
Mm-hmm.
Were all those people white?
I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest.
Well, next time, I mean, there's a serious issue because we need to make sure that all the people standing in the voting lines aren't white anymore. Because apparently, that's a thing. You see where I'm getting at? And I'm sorry, America. No one's even listening, but I'm just saying, I'm sorry. I'm not a racist. I'm just a regular white mutt. I'm a fucking mixed motherfucker. And I'm just kind of like, this is just fucking stupid. The way of thinking is dumb. Like, this election, when I drove past the polling places, I saw plenty of people from all backgrounds standing in line waiting to vote. There wasn't anybody out there being oppressed and suppressed in their vote. So to sit here and say that shit, it's like, okay, man, look here, drama queen much? Stop being so fucking dramatic. You're like, oh my god, it reminds me of like, you're that person that goes in the store and sees a wet spot and then purposely falls right there and then starts going, oh my back, in the store and shit. You're that person. You're that person, literally. That's who you are. And I hate, and those people get on my fucking nerves. They are like, ew. Those kind of people, ew. You're ew because you're just ruining society with your bullshit. That's pretty much
bullshit.
It. No, you are. You're ruining fucking good people on both sides, black, white, brown, whatever. And you're creating more racial divide because, honestly, every time somebody does that, another person somewhere else sees that, and it puts a bad taste in their mouth. Honestly. Right or wrong, it does. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, it does. And I know it's hard for people to want to wrap their little heads around that, but that's why, man, this shit's got to stop. This whole fucking calling everything whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever fucking phrase fits you for the day. You know, we got enough of that shit. Are you fishing?
No, I'm looking for.
I don't even have to fish it, do I? So that's where I'm at with these folks, man. I'm just like, folks, please start being reasonable, man. I don't, because fucking, hey, man, we're in a bad spot. You know what I mean? Like, we need to get our shit together, not keep perpetuating stupid. But yeah, man, it's funny, man. It's just like, me where I live. I've just seen so much of this crap. I'm just like, I see all the crazies on the news stations posting about it, and like, hey, this is taking us back to Jim Crow era. Like, it's apparent you never fucking lived in Jim Crow because you wouldn't say some stupid shit like that.
That's what it is, man. People are fucking so used to a nice, cushy life. They don't fucking realize how bad things really were.
Right, and then think about the people who are still alive who are like, motherfucker, you don't have a clue about what Jim Crow was like.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's just like it's wild to me, you know. And these young people that never really experienced the fucking thing other than being handed everything and whining about every fucking thing, and then if they cry about it, the whole system gets flipped upside down to cater to their bullshit.
Right.
You know, it's fucking like such a hard life, and no wonder they can't cope with anything. You know what I mean? No wonder they fucking are constantly crying about something. That's their whole existence. Did you go to camp?
I went to the Shine Shack.
The Shine Shack? Come to the Shine Shack. But yeah, dude, it's aggravating, you know, and it's like what fucking happened to sensibility?
And like it pushes normal people to a breaking point. It fucking
Pushes them to the
pushes,
fringe.
yeah, and it just creates more extremism. And then
It
like
really does, dude.
either that or you know, it just makes people like just not even fucking paying attention and not give a shit, and that doesn't help either, because there is
Nope.
like, you know, important stuff that does need attention. And when all you hear is a bunch of garbage, you know, you could you just fucking zone out and you don't listen to anything, and then, you know,
Pretty
that
much.
stuff that needs to be heard doesn't get heard either. So it's like it want binary so bad. They want they want it's either on or off, like complete control or complete chaos. It's and they don't realize that when they try to get complete control, they're just gonna you know, create complete chaos. Like
Right.
like it never ever works. Like the
I know,
freer a
man.
society is, the healthier and better it is, the more happy people are in it.
I want more regulation. I think I think we should have the government regulate every aspect of our life,
I
even like
want the
what
government
bathrooms people get to use.
I want the government up my ass. All up in the
All the
ass.
time.
All
Right.
up in there.
All up in
Yep.
the ass. Just
Yep.
telling us all the time what we should be doing. Think about
Yep.
that, folks. Like, eventually, the government won't be telling one group of people what to be doing anymore. It'll just be telling everyone what to be doing all the fucking time. And then what? Oh, well, then we'll all just be miserable fucks together.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
it. We'll
At
all
least
live in
we'll
fucking 1984.
at least we'll all be together.
We'll all be together, living in our dystopian world. Obey, conform, consume,
Consume.
consume. It's fucking, you know, well, whatever. So, but yeah, I mean, you're right, dude. I mean, that's the thing. Is like, you know, there is so much of the simple bullshit. You know what I mean? That it does distract you from a lot of, the shit that actually does matter. We're so busy bitching over the stupid shit that everybody's forgotten that there's, not that whether I believe in COVID or don't believe in, I'm just saying that it's like everybody's forgotten that we still got COVID going on, and there's all these different strands now going on. And
Nah,
it's
dude, that
funny.
shit's over.
It's just like everybody's opening it back up like nothing's happening. I'm like,
Yeah, it's
okay, I
over,
get it.
dude.
The COVID thing just all of a sudden magically done.
We're
It's
all
weird.
tired of it. We decided.
Right.
Finally, we
I think-
decided. Fucking, we're not gonna listen to your
Why
dumb
didn't we-
shit,
why didn't
Mr.
there-
Fauci,
yeah.
anymore. You lying bastard.
Well, I mean, they haven't made sense. Here, I'm going to jump on the wagon. They haven't made sense since day one, you know?
Slow down, slow down. There we go. Yeah, I mean, you can't trust a damn thing that they say. They can't fucking. They already fucked that one up pretty damn well. So people are tired. They shouldn't have fucking closed up the way they did. The lockdowns, the way that they were rolled out, were very fucking stupid.
I mean,
and
we're in
weren't,
no better of a situation than we were, than if we would have just kept going.
Yeah, like the lockdowns were based on stuff that wasn't true. they had no data to back up the reasons why they were locking stuff down. There is no data to
Exactly.
suggest that restaurants are a massive place where people get COVID. There is no evidence of that. Like, there is no evidence that if you're spending time outside, that you're in a large amount of danger of contracting COVID. And people were, in the beginning told you need to fucking stay inside and don't go anywhere and stay as far away from people as possible. And it just, the way that shit was rolled out was so fucked. And now it's like people are just like, no, we're done. Like, this is it. You already fucking told us we couldn't do one thing or another, and now we're tired of it. And we're not gonna listen to your fucking shit anymore, because Fauci already
Yep.
fucking lied. Now he's talking about we should be wearing 2 masks and shit. Like, dude, you're outside of your fucking mind. Like, just stop. You guys are ridiculous now. Like, it's all obviously fucking very nice.
Figure out use some of these handgun rounds.
The way that they fucking have learned that you know like all the governors now realize how much power they have to just
Right.
shut shit down whenever they want and do whatever the fuck they want and say whatever they want, and they're just like, yeah, well, these experts, I'm gonna listen to the experts even though, you know, their fucking data is bullshit. But they still fucking talk about experts, and we're gonna listen to this and we're gonna do that. But then they're gonna go and have dinners and so we're
Right.
indoors while other places can't, and it's just it's all fucking none. It's all nonsense. It's all fucking nonsensical. None of it fucking makes sense. They can't fucking make any sense of it. They can't be honest about shit. Like, they finally realize that they're just like, you know what, we should probably just let people open up. I think they just kind of finally realize, like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work anymore.
I think they keep on fucking around, man. People are gonna burn this shit down.
No shit. Like, I think that's
I
what it was
think
getting to, where
I
like,
think it doesn't matter left or right. I think if you're sensible enough, middle of the ground enough, you are starting to see the level of bullshit stupid, and you're like, okay, I'm starting to really catch on here that this is FUBAR, and this government is absolutely out of its fucking mind. Like,
yeah,
it just doesn't have any consistency about it whatsoever.
no, no, and I think that is,
Fucking it's fuck, dude.
and like people really, really think that had so much to do with Trump, but I think in the next couple of years they're gonna realize, like, no, no, it's always been really fucked and dysfunctional,
Right,
and left or right, it's still
right.
fucked. So, I think people are gonna get fed up.
I mean, it seems like it does seem like now more of my like I would say my libertarian friends, or just like my more like normal ass friends. It seems like those people are now speaking out more than I've ever seen before. Just because I think everybody's reached a point where it's like, dude, the sane people in the room have stayed quiet forever. And
Yeah,
now we're just kind of like, okay,
yeah,
look, you mentally insane fucksticks on the right and left, shut the fuck up.
yeah.
Like, fuck,
Like,
man. Like,
like
just
it's
shut the fuck up. You're both wrong about how America needs to be run. There was a founding document that tells you exactly, and we're not following it.
like it's like, don't get me wrong. Like, I really do enjoy debates. Um I enjoy debates and either smashing somebody or taking the L and learning something from it, like,
For
you know
sure. For sure.
so and there are times where absolutely I can, like, just be like an absolute dick and just fuck with somebody and just troll with them because it's kind of fun, and I'm an asshole sometimes, but
Well,
um
sometimes the best way to get across to somebody how stupid something is through blatant, like, smart ass sarcasm.
sometimes, yeah, but most of the time
Sometimes.
that doesn't quite work that well. But
No,
um it
doesn't mean
is
it's still
it
not fun.
is it is amazing how few people are capable of being the adult in the room.
For sure, dude.
Like, because yeah, like even in some of the debates when they get heated and shit, at the end of the day it's like, yeah, I see your point, or agree to disagree, blah blah blah, whatever. But and a lot of times that can be how it ends. But there are so many times where people are just, there's no concession, there's no, yeah, you might be
No.
a little right, or I see your point. There's a lot of digging heels in and shit.
Yeah, when you the best I do a lot of like news reading, like when they post a news article, I
Hmm.
read the comments in
Oh
the on
yeah,
the
those are
Facebook page or whatever.
that's fucking,
It's
get your
always the
popcorn
best.
ready.
You always get a real good feel of where the universe is at by reading comments, you know what I
For
mean?
sure, man. Get your popcorn ready
And
when you read those motherfuckers,
yeah,
cause oh
right,
my
right. I
god.
mean, you just see the blatant like stupid on both sides who just don't seem to have any ability to go, hey, it's the world's not white and black. There is some gray in here.
Right. Like,
But it's hard to explain it to people now. They have become hell bent on it's got to be this way or no way. And unfortunately, we'll have war. I don't really
that's
want war. I've been to war. It's not fun, folks.
it's not
Really
fun.
not. Promise you. Getting shot at and blown up and shit. It seems glamorous. Promise you. Hollywood does a real good job making that shit seem glamorous.
Right, right.
Ain't nothing fucking glamorous about getting shot at and blown up.
Yeah,
It
word.
actually sucks a lot.
Like, it actually blows, but
Yeah, right. But boom.
like, and fucking like, people have no idea how poorly soldiers are taken care of and how poorly shit is ran, especially
Oh my
like
god.
overseas. Like, there's
Oh my
stories
goodness.
now about those burn pits that they had out there and shit,
Oh yeah.
and like how the
Oh yeah.
fucking dudes that had to fucking guard that area, like how they're
Oh my
all
god.
coming
Yeah.
down with all kinds of fucking
These
diseases and
crazy
shit now, like,
diseases that nobody's ever seen before.
yep, and crazy cancers and stuff, and it's like, oh, well, how did this happen? Well, how the fuck do you think it happened? Like,
Well, I told you about that. Didn't I tell you about when I was there in fucking country and what was happening with me every night?
no.
Shit, dude. Oh,
Or
dude,
maybe you didn't, I might have forgotten it.
they took all the trash. They took all the trash from the base and literally took it right outside the wall where our barracks were and fucking burned it. And so at night, you just lived in a thick cloud of black like
Oh, yeah,
smoke with
yeah.
soot and ash burning, soot and ash falling down on you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but that wouldn't cause any long issues or health problems at all.
No, no,
No,
no, not
no.
at all. Like, even like there's what is it? What's that big ass fucking AC-130? They were fucking the gunners in there. I guess like some of the ammunition
When when
when it's
they
shot, like,
detonate the round, it creates a residue or something that's
yeah,
cancerous to them or some
yeah,
shit.
yeah. Like, a lot of fucking gunners
Totally can see that.
got really bad cancers and all kinds of fucked up diseases from being in the airplane. Like, and that's not even like a burn pit or like something super
Well,
dirty or anything. It's just
hey,
residual dust from the operation of the fucking
so
gun.
so check this out. When I was in, right, I was in the infantry, so when I was in, they handed us paint, cans of paint, right before we got ready to leave the country. So, all right, we got to paint our vehicles up, repaint them. I'm like, okay, cool. So we start slapping on this, really thinking too much about it, and they're like, oh, by the way, don't get this paint on your skin. It was like radar absorbing paint. So it
Oh,
was
Jesus
had
fuck.
yeah radar absorbing paint. So basically, it had carcinogenics in it and give you cancer.
Oh, cool. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us
So we're
know.
literally painting our Bradleys up and Humvees up with this shit. And
Like,
about halfway into it, we find out that we
is it
shouldn't get it
spray?
on the skin. No, like with a paintbrush.
Oh, Jesus fuck. You guys had it all over your hands, I'm sure.
All over us, right?
What the
That's what I'm
fuck?
saying. We had like paint cans and like paintbrushes and painted this shit on with like
Oh,
rollers and
Jesus
paintbrushes and shit.
Christ.
Yeah, we pretty much. I'm sorry, we didn't not paintbrush, but we rolled it on with paint rollers. You know what I mean?
Jesus
Imagine that shit got it. That
Christ,
shit got
dude.
everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
Carcinogenic paint. That's the shit the military does all the time.
It's
They
like, you
give me
guys
fucks,
couldn't fucking give us some gloves and shit? Like, what the
right?
fuck? No, but we're gonna fucking drop a $50,000 bomb on a fucking wedding tomorrow. Alright, cool. Good plan. Like, what the
Well,
fuck are we doing?
you remind me bringing this story up is that I read an article this past week about L.A. County, like I think Orange County. What is it? In that Orange County,
Mm-hmm.
L.A. County, lifeguards, dude, starting $200,000 a year.
What?
$200,000 a year to starting to be a lifeguard for LA County, for fucking Orange County.
Well, I mean,
And then the highest paid, one of the highest paid makes like $475,000 a year, some shit.
Yeah, but like a guy at McDonald's that just works at the drive-through makes like 80,000 in LA just because of the fucking prices that everything are. So like we can't look at that crazy. And not only
There
that, but
is
that
that.
is probably one of the busiest beaches in the world. So that
But
also
I
probably
laughed.
plays into it. That's a
Well, I
lot of
laughed
fucking money though.
it was shared in a group that I frequent, a military veteran group. You know, it was shared there, and I got on there, and my comment was, I was like, and imagine we went to war for less than 36,000 a year. Fucking,
Right.
that's my reality.
Right.
I could have been sitting on a beach. No, I went to
Just to
war.
subject ourselves to fucking deadly chemicals, deadly materials, and just the possibility of death by IED or gunfire or whatever. Like that's great.
Right,
It's
right.
awesome.
And
37 G's
so
though.
yeah, I
Like
wasn't too bitter. I wasn't too bitter about it, but seriously, man, really? These motherfuckers get paid 200 grand. Average pay for soldiers like 36 grand. Yay! Hooray! I mean, I did get some other perks though, so I would say like you get your base pay is probably like 36, and then you get your military perks like they pay for your housing and all that shit.
right.
So you think about them paying for your housing, you're like, oh, okay, well that's more like 50 grand, you know.
Shit, that ain't shit. They own
But
them
still,
places.
that ain't much for going to war to get blown up and shot at and see fucked up shit on a regular.
I think military housing is one of the biggest fucking
Oh,
shams
it's terrible.
in
Oh, it's
all
terrible too.
in all of fucking, because it's they charge you like not not a whole lot less, but less than most places around the area, and they are usually kind of decent, or at least in decent places. But the military fucking owns that shit. Like they bought that that building. Like
Yeah.
it's not like they're just paying your rental bill. Like they're like, no, we're just, we're gonna take that off of what we pay you, and we already own it though. So
We already own it
yeah,
though.
yeah. Like, I mean that for sure. Because I mean, there's no way that they're just paying bills like that. That would be
No.
so inefficient as far as like money is concerned. It's not like the military, um, needs to beg Congress for money. They get
No, no.
plenty of it.
It's
So
bad too, cause like some of that the on base housing, you know, for like the families and shit. It
mhm.
fucking got mold all in the walls, black mold growing through the wall,
Oh
through the drywall and
Jesus!
shit. It's terrible, man. It's terrible.
Like
People
most
don't
of
even
the
fucking know. That's why I laugh, you know. That's why, people don't understand, like I sound like an asshole, but you don't get it, dude. I was an infantry grunt. You know, I served the country. I served my country for 7 years. I've seen a lot of fucked up shit, and at the end of the day, I went 10 years before I ever said a word about needing help from the military. You know what I mean?
right, right.
And it wasn't until my wife literally begged me to go. and and people telling me, hey, like, hey man, you served your country, you earned it, don't feel bad, about the thing. I'm having like panic attacks and shit. Never experienced this kind of things in my life, cold sweats and all kinds of shit, and I'm keeping my shit to myself for 10 years, just like not, because I'm like, well, I got friends who are worse off than me. I know people who fucking lost both their legs. I have friends that fucking have had more than 20 surgeries on their fucking face. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just being real, and I'm like, those are the people who need shit.
Right.
Those are the guys who really need it. You know what I mean? But it took a while for me, and so, but then I look at this little pampered ass world that is about, like, again, talking about the mister in front of a potato or some shit, and I'm just like, good Lord, men and women went out here and fucking put their ass on the line and have gone through some serious shit, and this is the crap they come home to. This is the shit that they gotta hear on a daily basis from American society, is a bunch of whiny bitches talking about stupid shit, talking about gender equality and stuff. We got gender equality, motherfuckers. It's called the fucking military. Like, what are you talking about? Like, everybody wake the fuck up. Like, it's not what, the world is not what the world is sold to you by the media, okay? But it is not exactly what you think it is. I don't know. It just cracks me. It's like people go out there and they fucking do far more with far less and don't say a fucking word about it.
Right.
Don't even bother them. You know what I mean? It's normal to them. It's like, hell, me and my wife don't talk about half the shit that to most people about what we go through on a regular, just trying to live with dealing with mom and going through all shit we're going through, But it's like, I keep that shit to myself for the most part. I don't need to tell everybody, like, man, life's so fucking hard. I'm mentally about to just snap and fucking fall apart because I can't handle life. Like, yeah, I could say all that, but what the fuck is that helping? You know what I mean?
What is that? What is that?
You know what I mean?
What is that? Like, what do you? Would you like an audience? Is that what you want? Like,
right. And it's like anybody going through the kind of shit that you're going through is gonna have, like, yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. I guess that's what I'm getting at. It's like, that's where I lost that little bit of intestinal fortitude, and I'm empathetic to it, but I'm just, at the same time, I'm like, there's a certain level of whiny, complainy bitchiness and just weakness that I'm tired of seeing. It's like, grow the fuck up.
Yeah, sometimes it's kind of like, just fucking listen here. Shut up. Grow us, like, grow a set. And I mean that in the figurative sense of fucking get a backbone, however the fuck you want to put it.
Whatever. Right.
And fucking buck up and this is stupid shit that you're bitching about. Like, would you please stop? There are more important things along these lines that you could really fucking worry about. But, I'm all for, calling out racial injustice and all that shit. Like, sure. I'm all for that. All for it. Like, I would love to be at the forefront of helping. But you can't just call out everything and then just expect people to fucking listen, and then when they don't, call them wrong. Like, it's just
you cannot sit here. We both agree. There are definitely things in the world that we don't like, and do we want to see things better? For sure. But at the same time, it's like, the reality is like, dude, not every fucking thing in the world is like what you're trying to say is fucking motivated through racism or whatever ism.
Right.
Sometimes shit is just shit. Sometimes you get shit on. And you either wipe it off or you don't.
Like, there's lots of reasons why people do things. There's lots of reasons why things happen, and you have to make sure that you're reacting to the actual real reason why it's happening, or the thing that's really happening. You can't just assume that because one person says or does something that automatically means that they're racist or misogynist or elitist or whatever the fuck. Like, what is this?
I just think, yeah, here in the 21st century, we've gotten so comfortable with just using terms to degrade
soft edges.
people. To what now?
There's too many soft edges. There's too many soft edges. So everything's too cushy. Everything's too nice.
Oh yeah.
And we're focusing on the parts that aren't cushy enough now, instead of the parts that are actually like, the metal pieces that are sticking out of the couch. We're not paying attention
while we
to
have
those
like
as
real
much.
issues, like I would like to see our country put as much effort into veterans and homelessness and homeless veterans as they put into the missile and the potato or stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? It'd be really amazing to see people care as much about that shit, about the people who get up, put their ass on the line for you every fucking day, so you can bitch about whatever the fuck you want to bitch about. Dude, I would love to see that kind of energy put into shit like that, or just put into feeding hungry people. I mean, it doesn't even have to be veterans. I'm just saying in general, like, do something other than just sitting here complaining about the stupid shit. It's like, wow, man. I mean, you can actually do something, other than just be a miserable fucking person. What are we looking for?
Backtrack to find another path. What?
Search. Okay. Backtrack to find another path. Is there a way through the house, maybe?
There's another thing over here.
That good? Yeah, you did. Oh, no. Almost. Hang on. Go ahead. Alright. I gotta find where you went. Did you go?
Below. Come back to the cemetery.
Below?
Now go to the question mark to the right.
Okay, I see.
Oh, go here. Go here. Go to where my... Oh, are you here? You're inside? Okay, never mind.
Well, you're outside on the cemetery. Right?
Yeah. I didn't know you could just hop over.
I know there's more out there for me. My daddy used to speak of it often.
Alright, let me get my lasso ready. Don't shoot her.
Okay, I won't shoot her this time.
Because I think she's right in this doorway.
Well, I'll be.
Gotcha. What kind of loot you got?
She's not happy.
No.
You've upset her. I think she's got friends coming to shoot us.
That's cool. That's cool. They gonna die.
Is we?
No, we ain't. They are. Horse.
I know. That's funny.
Cockless pile of shit. That's funny as hell. Oh, that was awesome.
What just happened?
I just cracked her head off the side of that fucking wagon. That's what you get for calling me a cockless prick, you cunt.
That's hilarious. Yeah, it was like talking about comedy today, you know? It was like me saying that shit about how come jeans, you know, saying that shit about jeans, how come How come there are only jeans for straight people and slim people? What happened to, you know, why don't they make jeans for gay or fat people?
Oh
They like
yeah,
jeans too.
yeah,
You
right.
know, like, you know, I'm sure there's somebody out there, a friend of mine, probably taking offense to that right now. And me, I just thought it was funny. It was a random thought in my head because I was looking at the jeans today and I was like, slim, regular, relaxed, straight. And that's what I had to choose from. And then just for some reason, my brain went off into a random tangent of, what about gay people and fat people? And what about not regular people? And I'm relaxed. I mean, this totally fits who I am as a person, but I mean,
I was gonna say, what's the matter? You
not.
aren't you relaxed, dude?
It's nailing who I am, but it may not fit all the descriptions of everybody else. I
Well,
mean,
fuck everybody else, dude. Just worry about
I'm
yourself.
I'm offended by these jeans. I am. I'm offended
Just,
that these jeans don't have more descriptions on them.
just do what everybody else does and worry about yourself. It'll be all right.
Don't worry about yourself. Did you fast travel? Where are you at?
I am at the police station.
Okay. For some reason, the fucking blue arrows is having me come over here.
Oh yeah, that's my marker.
Oh wait. Hello.
I was gonna get another bounty, but I'm gonna go to that. The gunsmith first.
Is that what you got tagged?
Yeah, I need ammo.
Okay, I need to get some bullets. Doom 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 doom.
Welcome back. Come in.
Let's see. Oh yeah. I do. Well, probably should clean. Just saying, probably dirty. Yeah. Enhancements. Alright, let's see here.
Maybe I
Cowman
should have
raw.
chosen a smaller store in Chinatown.
Ammunition.
Something cheaper. But I'm sure things will turn around. That's popular around here.
That's good. No, I do not.
Besides the shopper, I like it.
All right. I will. All right. Drink some of this H2O. Braves lost today, but it's okay. You know. Got me a new Braves hat coming. I'm ready.
That's popular around here.
All right.
You come back soon.
Wow. Imagine your kid being like in Target and then she says, "It's quiet in here." And then you say, "Yeah, it is." And then out of nowhere, she just yells, "Where's all the Karens at in here?"
What?
My friend's kid did that. That shit made me laugh. Like, God dang, that's funny as fuck, man. Where are all the Karens at in here? Imagine this little girl saying this shit. like a 10-year-old girl saying some shit like that. Oh, man. That's the same buddy I told you who was talking to some active duty people he was giving a speech and happened to do the joke and it went poorly. Yeah, that's his kid. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good
Just
horse.
cleaning my guns. They're all dirty as shit.
I had an Asian man clean them. Cool Chow. Cool Chow Company.
Oops.
Is it racist when you do a voice? I don't think it is.
No, maybe.
See, somebody's gonna be like, "See, that's your white privilege coming through." I think it's racist if you do a voice
If you
to
do it,
somebody in a
like,
derogatory
yeah,
way.
to be like,
Yes.
to be a piece of shit,
Yes.
yeah.
For sure. It's definitely racist when you do it that way.
Yeah, but otherwise, you're pretty good.
Otherwise, you're just fucking around, you know?
Right.
It's like, I think it's funny when a black guy does an impression of a white dude. It's hilarious.
Yeah, for sure.
That's fucking funny. It cracks me up, man. Like, is that how you see white people? It doesn't hurt my feelings. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, right.
Can I walk my
Yeah.
horse? Let me see. Man, I was about to walk my horse straight up in this motherfucker. You hot, hun? Yeah. 74 degrees up in this bitch.
All right, let's see.
Lord.
Scheiße.
I need to go over here to the store. Is this the store or is this the dock?
What you talking about?
I need to go to the general store. Where's the
Go
doctor?
come towards me and go straight down the street that I'm on. and then go towards your left once you get to the
Yes.
bottom of the street that I'm on.
Yes, yes.
That's right, man.
I need to get some horse food. Come here, horse. Horse. He says it so funny when he says it too.
He does.
Buongiorno. Arrivederci. No? Alright. Really? I don't remember seeing you. But that's cool. Shopkeep. I want to browse your catalog.
Where am I going
Provisions.
again? Oh, yeah. Meet me in Blackwater, Church.
Okay. Let me grab some horse care. Okay, maybe I'm in the wrong. Let me go back to provisions. Let's see. Yep, again. I need a bunch of this shit because my horse seems like he just runs out of gas fast. Okay. Hmm.
During my lunch hours, I get an hour lunch, and they have it all over Georgia's.
Okay. Hmm. I'll take some of these. What? Okay. Let's see here.
What time is it? Oh shit, you wanna do some legends?
We can do some legends if you want to switch it up.
I'm down for that.
Alright. I'm just getting loaded up on shit so I ain't gotta worry about it next time. Cause my biggest thing is I didn't have any food for my fucking horse or nothing, man. Now I got some shit. Now I'm ready. Do I have to go back to the camp or will it save it as is right now?
I ain't see no need to have a gun out.
It'll save it.
So I can just log the fuck out, like right here?
Yeah.
Need to pass.
Alright. I'm out this bitch.
Oops. On to legends.